Yay, it's Friday. Hope everybody's ready to end this week strong, getting all their work finished. And we're going to start right out talking about our math today. And we are still using the same learning objective as we had at the beginning of the week. We are using estimation to help us determine if the reasonableness of our answer in any of our subtraction problems. We're learning to find ways to find the difference using multiple strategies. Today we're going to learn a strategy called counting forward or counting backward. And we're learning this so that we can be more fluent when we're adding and subtracting numbers. And we're going to know we're successful when we can find the difference fluently and accurately. So we're going to just jump right in. Our problems today we're going to be thinking about what's the difference. Our first problem says Mrs. Fitzgerald asked her class to solve 134, take away 127. Jacob says since he needs to find the difference between the two numbers, he could just count up from 127 to 134 to find the answer. Caleb says he is wrong, that because we are subtracting, you must start at 134 and take away 127. I want you to think about who is correct. Show your thinking on a number line. So one of the students says that they could count up from 127 to 134 to find the answer. The other student says that he's wrong and that you are taking away, so you have to start at 134. So I want you in your mind right now to think about who is correct here. So we're thinking about who do you think is correct? So at this point, you should already have somebody in mind. How would you show your thinking on a number line? Now, we learned how to use a number line through addition. How could we apply that same number line for subtraction? And what number should you start with on your number line? What does the word difference mean? And what strategies do you think is more efficient? And why? Why do you think that strategy would be more efficient? So we're going to think about those as we move on through the problem. And we've got all kinds of questions that I would be asking you if we were in a live class today. Do you think to solve subtraction problems you can always count up or count back? Why or why not? Counting up on a number line, on an open number line like the one that we used on our manipulative slide to find the difference of 600 minus 592. Could we use counting up to help us there? Why is counting up a more efficient strategy for this problem? So let's think about why it would be really efficient for this particular problem if we were just counting up. If we're looking at the number 600, take away 592, 592 is very close to 600. So I could use that counting up method here to get my answer. I'm going to start at 592 and I'm going to count up to 600. So if I'm counting up to 600, then I'm going to start on my number line with 592. If I'm counting using a counting back method, I would start out with 600 and count back if I'm hopping on the number line because I'm hopping backwards. So my first number is not going to be 600 because I'm hopping back. Again, we got to think about why is this strategy more efficient for us to count up or count back if I'm counting? How do you find your answer using an open number line to counting up when subtracting? And then how do you find your answer using an open number line to count back when subtracting? So we're going to look at an example here where Caden is using a number line to count up to solve. He has a problem that is 712, take away 388. We're going to fill in the jumps he used to get to the benchmark number, or to the easier benchmark number. Then we're going to figure out the difference. So if I'm looking at what he's jumping here, and I want you to remember that these hops up here are going to determine, these hops up here are going to determine the value of each hop, and it should equal the answer. Unlike the addition problem, this one should actually equal our answer here. So if I'm hopping from 388 to 390, I want to get to that easier number of 400. So I'm going to go ahead and hop up 2 here. And then I'm going to hop up from 390 to 400. I know that I would have to hop 10 to get there. So right now I've already have part of my answer, which is 12. Now I'm going to hop up from 400 to 700. So that's going to be 300. So now I have 312. And then from 700 to 712, I'm hopping 12 more. So now I'm going to take all of these numbers here, and it should tell me the difference. So I have 300 plus 12, the 10 and the 2. So plus 12 is 312, plus 12 more is 324. What I would like for you to do is create your own number line, and you're going to solve the problem 524 minus 277, or take away 277. I want you to go to your virtual manipulative slide and click on the number line, and you can create that number on the number line that we did previously. Remember, you're going to click down here where the little gear is and click no ticks, and then you're going to put some spaces there to put your beginning number and your ending number, and then you're going to be able to hop on that number line. And I want to make something clear to you too, and I think with the way I said it earlier could have confused you just a little bit. When you're making your number line, you're always going to start over here, whether you're counting forward or counting backward with a smaller number. So you're going to start over here with the smaller number. If you're hopping forward, you're going to go to the number that you actually have as your starting number in your problem, or your whole that we talked about the other day. Um, if you're hopping backwards, you're still going to start on the number line with this number and put your numbers here at the bottom as far as how many you want to go up to get to the benchmark numbers to get to the whole, but you're going to start with hopping, you're going to hop backward this way. So I think earlier when I said that you would start with the bigger number, I was meaning as far as hopping goes. Your number line should still start with the smaller part that you're taking away. Today for lesson work, you're going to be working on the problem of the day as always. And then you're going to be doing a Google slide that has 5 subtraction problems where you're looking for the difference. You're going to be taking away. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about strategies that you've already learned, the strategies you learned in 2nd grade, the strategies that you've learned so far in 3rd grade, and apply those to those problems. I want you to show your work so that I can see what strategies you're using to help you solve those subtraction problems. So make sure that you actually show me your work in the spot that I've indicated, and explain your answer. How did you get it? What were you thinking when you were solving that problem? So that I can understand how you are breaking those numbers down. So please show me your work so that I can see your thinking, and everybody have a great day. I'll see you soon.